Cue the architect hatred in 3, 2. Hi everybody, welcome back to So You Want to Live in Bahia. My name is Kitty and I'm a gringa living here in Salvador, Bahia, Brazil for 11 years. And I'm a licensed real estate agent. And today I want to talk to you about architects, whether or not you need one. And I think there's 2 good reasons for hiring an architect. The first one would be if you have a lot of structural things going on. If you need to move walls, move a kitchen, if you have major structural changes, then yes, of course, I think an architect's a good idea. And then the second one would be if you don't mind spending tons of money and you really want to get just the nicest apartment possible, expense doesn't matter, then yeah, go ahead and hire an architect. Otherwise, I don't think they're that great of an idea, and I'm going to give you my reasons why based on my experience here. First off is something that architects, the ones I've seen, aren't transparent about is the kickbacks. I think that they make a lot of their money off of kickbacks from the electricians they use, the engineers they use, even the stores they want you to buy your furniture at. And so a lot of times when that happens, you end up paying more money because an electrician or an engineer is going to pad their invoice to account for the fact that the architect is making some money off of the project. And as well, you're going to end up going to very expensive stores to get very expensive furniture when you could be buying more reasonably priced stuff. So I'm making this video because I've seen people really get ripped off by architects here, and I'm sorry, and if you're an architect and you're watching this, maybe that's not you, but I'm seeing this happen here, and I personally don't think it's worthwhile to spend all that extra money. Another thing I've noticed about architects is that when they have their own crew doing the work takes forever. I'm going to give you an example. I have a client that hired an architect, and she had her construction crew come on and do most of the work. And then a friend of mine, he came in to do a special service inside the apartment. And the whole time he was there, he said that the construction crew came by around 9:30, would come in late, and leave at 1 o'clock for lunch and not come back. So I've seen cases where people pay for architects who are not here, and the project takes forever. And you might think, oh, I guess it's Brazil. No, it doesn't have to take that long. No. I think that this is something even Brazilians will tell you, is that foreigners, we get taken advantage of. They think we have a lot of money and that we don't know how things work here. And so often they will want to overcharge you. And I think that happens with architects and the people on those jobs. Another thing I've seen architects do is really, and I've seen this with newer buildings. When you buy a newer building, it comes with granite countertops and it comes with toilets. It doesn't come with much else. And they'll try to convince people to get rid of those things. No, that toilet's ugly. Whatever, it's a toilet, it looks normal. There's nothing to it. Keep the toilet it came with. Why not? Why do you need to buy an expensive toilet? And I'm not sure, do they take those toilets that were never used and sell them to another client? Possibly. Another example is a client of mine was convinced to get rid of the glass sliding doors to the veranda to get another set of glass sliding doors. I don't know, I guess these were nicer looking glass sliding doors, but the problem is that when it rained, these glass sliding doors, the ones that he bought, were leaking. And he has no recourse there because it's a new building. And if it was the original glass sliding doors that were leaking, he could send someone up from the building to deal with the situation and resolve it. But because it was not the original doors, he had to pay for that all out of pocket. And because these doors he bought, I think he was convinced they're nicer because they were more flush to the ground. And that's exactly why it was leaking. So I've got horror stories. I just think a lot of people think that they should get an architect. I think a lot of people don't understand how much it's going to cost at the end of the day. And I'm just saying, really, if you don't need to, don't bother. Okay, now last but not least, commercial for my services, but it is something that I can help you with. And I am coming up with different package deals to help people with this, because at this very moment, I'm helping a client right now. He paid his architect. He told him when he wanted everything to be done, and the thing went like a runaway train. The estimates for everything were probably double what he wanted to pay, and the time frame was going to take forever. And so I'm able to help my client with my crew that I work with come in under budget, under the original budget he had, and have his apartment be ready sooner than what the architect had planned for. Because in this case, the architect said that the electrical couldn't be done for a couple of months. This architect told him that he couldn't start his energy bill himself, that an engineer had to do it. I mean, it's like, that's not true. You can go with your paperwork from your apartment, if you buy an apartment, and set up an electrical account. Like, you don't need an engineer to do that for you. So anyhow, if you're interested, please contact me. I am going to come up with package deals for small amount of help versus large amount of help, because it is something I can help you with. The people I recommend are people I recommend because I like their work. Transparency, I don't make any kickbacks from anyone. I mean, obviously I could, and that one might be smart for me, but I don't want to work that way, so I don't. Anyhow, if you're thinking about getting an architect, hopefully I helped you with your decision. Definitely contact me if you're interested, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Beijos!